Shalum Shalum, family, Watchman Yirmiyahu. Just wanted to talk to you about this concept that is Greater Israel. If you look, it runs from the Nile River to the Euphrates, okay? And all the way, the river to the sea, that kind of thing. So you see it includes some of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Turkey. This is a very important thing right now that nobody's really talking about, especially not in Western media. So let's take a look at it. Okay. Excuse me, I just woke up. Okay, so the concept of Greater Israel, often referenced in far-right Zionist ideologies, which, make no mistake, this is the doctrine of the powers at the upper echelon in the United States and in Israel. The United States does the will of Israel. And what made me start thinking about this today is I was listening to a man who was saying how the United States is a strange ally for Arab nations because of their dedication to Israel, and they don't put any of their other allies in the same level. So what they have is like second-class allies, like second-class citizens, allies that are less than Israel, right? Historically claims a territory ranging from the Nile to the Euphrates, like I just showed you on the map, in courting land from several Arab nations. The countries commonly cited as included in this expansion: Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Okay? Keep those nations in mind. All right? So we'll just touch on each one a little bit. Okay? Jordan, the entire nation is often included. Lebanon, large parts, particular southern areas. Syria, Golan Heights and surrounding areas. Egypt, the Sinai Peninsula and areas around the Nile Delta. Iraq, portions of the country are sometimes included. Saudi Arabia, northwestern parts. Okay, you can kind of dig in and see that. I don't think it really matters if these are sovereign nations and you want to take any of their territory for your Greater Israel concept. You could see how that would be an issue, right? Now, as of March, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait are aligned with the United States in the escalation conflict with Iran. Following Iranian attacks, these nations have condemned Tehran with Gulf state actively participating in air defense against Iranian missiles and drones, making a significant shift toward deeper, unprecedented, and direct cooperation with the U.S. and Israel. Okay, and so Iran is like, hey, if you're going to be helping out them, then we're going to attack you, right? This is all stirring it up. Okay, so how is that going to work? How much nations do you see listed on here as allies with the U.S. who are in the crosshairs of the Greater Israel land grab concept? And make no mistake, they are doing land grabs, right? Let me see what this is going to say for us. Move this down. Okay. Key details. Key Gulf alignments: the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar have taken a leading role in opposing Iran, with reports suggesting that they may directly be involved in defending against or responding to Iranian attacks. Active defense: Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia have been involved in intercepting hostile targets, with Qatar reportedly shooting down Iranian aircraft. I'll move this stuff up to the top now. The strategic shift. Additionally, these states were hesitant to openly align with the U.S. for military action. However, the direct targeting of their cities and infrastructure by Iran has driven them to cooperate more closely with the U.S. and Israel. So they were They weren't aligning themselves with their Arab brothers or with their Islamic or Muslim brothers. And so they became also like targets. Enemy, friend of my enemy is my enemy, kind of a thing, I guess I would say. And I guess the greater point here is that, the United States is a strange bedfellow for these Arab nations, just for the simple fact that no matter what the U.S. says, their actions don't align with their rhetoric. Okay, they do favor Israel above all their other allies, especially in that region, and and then like, for example, you just look at the situation in Gaza, and world leaders meet at the United Nations and they make rulings. They have all their dialogue, and then they have their votes, and they say, yeah, Netanyahu, war criminal, Israel, committing genocidal acts. And the U.S. comes in and they just say veto. And as soon as the U.S. says veto, the whole thing goes away. Poof. And so, they're defending homicidal maniacs. And then you're going to somehow like shake a hand and make a deal with the devil. And then that's going to be your best bud. I don't see how that's going to work out. I don't. Everything will escalate. I mean, we'll just wait and see. Jordan and other Arab nations have condemned Iran's actions, are in line with the U.S. and Israel in efforts to secure regional stability. Several of these nations host U.S. military bases, which have also been targeted during the conflict. Okay, and I just want to say, I'm in no way like taking sides at all. My point is to say this cannot end well. It will continue to escalate, and there will continue to be problems. And for those of you who are unaware, I need to show you this image really quick. 1 second. Okay, so this is the parliamentary building for Iran, and some of you may already notice some of the issues here with the shape of this room. But if not, just stick around. It'll get better. I just want to say that all of the kings of the earth conspire together to make war against the Most High, the Messiah, and the bride. Okay, the people. All right, so this is what the outside of the building looks like. And you notice that you have the Egyptian shape here. And notice these windows. Please share this with any of your MAGA friends and family who are under this strong delusion and spell of the Golden Dawn. And Shalom, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom, Mishpaka. Just wanted to share some information in case you didn't know. Anyone who has eyes to see and ears to hear the truth. This is Iran's parliament building with 33 windows inside, along with their nice pyramid bank. What people need to understand is the military personnel in both countries of the people are being played. Just in case you didn't know, now you know.